welcome in. This is going to be a slightly different message reading than what I normally do. Purely because I'm really going through it right now. And so I thought I would use this time to tap into the energy of heartbreak and do a reading for anybody out there who might be really struggling and really going through it. So we're going to do this reading together. We're going to take it really gently, really slowly. I pulled a little animal spirit for us before we begin, just to set the tone, and maybe as like a little totem or a little I don't know, significator in case it was important to you. And of course I pulled a snake. Like, of course I pulled a snake. If you're watching this in real time, this is right at the end of the year of the snake, and this card symbolizes the guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential, and it's in the earth family there. And I think it's significant that the snake holds within it the tree of life, and how it's eating its own tail. It's kind of like everything is already contained. Everything is already contained within you. You have everything that you need. And I think that just sets a beautiful foundation for this spread, this time, and this exploration together. Okay, so let's begin. I wanted to start with some oracle cards and then clarify them with tarot. This is a spread that I've never done before, and it's called the Pandora's Box spread. So why not try something new, right? Okay, so first card we're going to pick for you. Ooh. Your current position and situation. What is the current situation, please, for whoever's watching? Ooh, deep knowing, and it's coming out in reverse. So there's a time of great change, I just heard, and there's something that you know you need to do or need to heal from. Poised. This is coming up for obstacles in your way. Poised. I'm going to reshuffle that one because I wasn't even looking what the card was meant to be for. Okay, let's ask about the obstacles. What are the obstacles, please? Deep knowing. There's an owl on this card and a moon. It's the Leo full moon today. Go the distance. This is for the obstacles. You're tired. I think that's what it is. Plain and simple, you're tired, you're exhausted. You're going through it, and that makes perfect sense. There's all these stars that are littered all around on the sand here. Go the distance. Forces that conspire against you. Alright, let's see if there's any forces conspiring against you. That sounds pretty ominous, eh? Building blocks. Okay, so this is definitely speaking of a new beginning, and I think there's a reluctance here to move forward, which is fine. You're exactly where you're meant to be. You're exactly where you're meant to be. You don't need to rush anything. You don't need to race to the finish line here, even though that might be what is being suggested to you by your brain or your... There's nothing you need to do now. Like, the steps will reveal themselves, and I think it's just so important when you're in a deep space of healing, when you're really going through it, to Just sit and be where you are. Just sit and be where you are, and there will be gems in this space for you. There's something here for you to discover, this deep knowing card. There's absolutely something like a well of wisdom that is waiting to be uncovered by you in this space, not like later when you're better and you're healed and you're, excuse me, like brighter times are coming, but like right here and now in this point when everything feels black. What are the forces that are working in your favor? Please, Spirit, what are the forces that are working in their favor? No place like home. No place like home, number 50. We've got the milk and honey on the bottom as well. This is it. This is the 5th card, hope, a sign of your future. Milk and honey. Rainbows could be significant. Milk and honey is a very abundant card. It has this little like elephant taking a bath. Sorry, the cards are so shiny, it's hard to like show them properly. That's number 51. So there's a progression here. You're climbing a ladder. You're making your way forward. I want to read the No Place Like Home. There are times when what is familiar and known is not the best choice. Human beings are memory-driven creatures, and we all look for certainty for what we know, even if the qualities we seek in other people and in external conditions are expressed in unhealthy ways. Avoid being too eager to find home. Choose something unfamiliar and trust that there you will find a new normal that supports your spirit. Remember, if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Damn, Spirit is gonna like slap us up the woo-ha today. Do the opposite of what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right is really what feels familiar. And you will attract and be drawn to the very things you don't want anymore. This time will not be different unless you do something different. Damn, if that ain't the truth. Okay, milk and honey, this is our hopeful message for the future. The taste of prosperity. Opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. I'm going to read the relationship message. Am I? No. Okay. You've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious, when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. That is a really beautiful message to come out in the sort of like the incoming future position, because it just speaks to like obviously just more grounded times ahead that are actually built on a foundation of, you know, love, security, reciprocity. Yeah, it's like just a new level of abundance. Like that is the shining beacon of light right in the middle of this reading, because all the other cards here are just a lot more like muted out. Like there's this card of the deep knowing where you're just right here in this space of sort of acknowledging some deeper truths that maybe you've been hiding from yourself, or just sitting with the like reality of a situation that you wish wasn't happening almost. And the deep knowing, like it really calls for a pause, and I kind of like how it's being brought into the this milk and honey card. There's like this call for self-care, this really deep call for self-care. I'm gonna get a few cards to clarify. Is there anything we need to know about this collective, their current energy, please? Spirit. Energy of the collective, please. Dreams are significant here. Ooh, Ace of Cups in reverse. This is something that you really had your heart set on. Something that was really, really important to you. This like emotional beginning that sort of like, it feels like you're feeling like there's that sense of all is lost. But it's not the case. There's a part that fortune is playing in this situation, I want to say. Please can you clarify the obstacles, these building blocks? Please can you clarify the obstacles? I feel like the building blocks to me are speaking of like doing what you thought would be right, like the Ten of Pentacles. It's almost like the same card, like the Ten of Pentacles and the building blocks here. They both are speaking of like attaining a level of stability and like that foundation. And I think there's something where you almost are like afraid to start again, or like you're afraid to lose all the progress you've made, something like that. And so that could be an obstacle to your true path and your true like being able to move forward in a way. Because if you stay kind of stuck on the idea of what could have been, rather than sitting in the energy of actually what has transpired and what is current in your reality, it's like, yeah, like the no place like home, like you're trying to make it fit when it's not fitting. Take it how it resonates. There's definitely a call for trust here. Trust in the intangible, trust in the unknown, trust in the unfamiliar, and that does feel a bit scary. I feel like this is drifting a little bit. Can we please clarify the, what's this one? The forces. Oh, what is that one? Forces that are working in your favor. Like referencing the spread, but what are the forces that are working in their favor, please? Yeah, so like there's this defensiveness here. Like I feel like you there's something about how you feel like you have to go out on your own, and it's kind of scary, but somehow it's going to be the thing that like actually works out in your favor somehow. Like what I'm getting is the thing that you think is going to make you like weak and alone and like kind of unsure is actually going to be your biggest blessing, and it's actually going to be the thing that like brings you the most stability, the most security, the most love, and like abundance going forward. There's something about everything that you thought was stable turned out to be Ten of Swords, turned out to be a crock of shit. Like everything that you thought was stable turned out to be like stabbing you in the back. And like it comes to a point where you're like, okay, I've had enough swords now. I can't keep pretending that like there's no swords in my back right now. Like I think enough is enough. And like the 10 is the end. The 10 is the end of the cycle. We have two 10s here. Like crossing it off, you know, like, and we have the Empress on the bottom. Please can you clarify this hope, this sign for the future? Please can you talk to me about the future? What do we need to know about the future? Sign for the future. Oh my. Oh my, okay. All right. We have the Knight of Cups and we have the Emperor. This is a whole lot of emotional stability. And this is like a whole new journey that gets to a point that this old situation never managed to reach. Some of you, there might be like finances tied up in this. Or a home. You might have to give up one home to find your true home. This is a big reading today, guys. But in the future, we have this Emperor, we have this Knight of Cups. And like, this is fire and water together. This is some sort of steam. This is some sort of like collaboration, coalescing, I heard. There's something here about the future being filled with this like balance and this truth. Like there's this true essence. It's like a feeling of, I don't know why I'm getting drawn to the wings on his shoes here and on his helmet. Something about winged messengers and something about like yeah, what is true will find you, something like that. I'm hearing the song, if the bones are good, the rest don't matter. Your paint could peel, glass could shatter, let rain, 'cause you and I remain the same. If there ain't a crack in the foundation. That song, The Bones. I'll link it below if I remember. There's something about a new foundation and it's like built on stability and it's built on like, yeah, that reciprocity. Like nothing can shake you. Okay, let's get a final message from the dragons. What do we need to know? What do we need to know and hear at this point, please? Can I get a final message for this collective? What do we need to know? Ooh, white gold dragon from Lyra connects you to the highest Christ light. Develop your causal chakra. Bathe in 9th dimensional Christ light. So it's just like lifting yourself up, lifting yourself higher. And it's a feeling of divine surrender and trust, even as you hold yourself through the situation that is unfolding. There's very like human steps that you'll be taking to move yourself through, like taking really good care of yourself, leaning into your friends, you know, leaning into family, just taking as much time as you need. And then like in that process as well, it's like just this absolute faith, this absolute trust that all is unfolding exactly as it's meant to and for your highest good. I just got confirmation from the spa. The spa just turned on the filtering system there. There's something about how there's like hidden blessings behind all of this. How how like there's this sweetness that's coming through underneath all of this. And regardless of whatever way the situation falls or like whatever is happening at this time, there's this sense that you are also held, even though it can like feel dark. You're also held in the darkness. I'm gonna leave it there for today. We also have Archangel Gabriel's dragon at the bottom, brings purification. Diamonds could be significant here. yeah, purification. And that's just speaking of like yeah, like almost like purifying your mind in a way. Like there's nothing wrong with you. I want to say that, like all the thoughts that you're thinking, all the feelings that you're having, like everything needs to be moved through. There's absolutely no benefit to be had from repressing or trying to like reach the finish line, like trying to like get to the end of the story, you know. Yeah, you're so safe in this time. You're so protected in this time. For those of you who connect to Christ energy, Christ is with you at this time. That goes without saying. Yeah, and that like is really pulling me into this Emperor as well, like that divine, like almost fatherly guidance and protection is with you at this time. Take it if it resonates. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Many blessings to you, okay? From my heart to yours, and I'll see you really shortly in the next message together.